OSGD, going old school channel today. We're at the State Library of New South Wales, looking at it from the back. Got the newer section here, but that's got some of these interesting panels. Okay, so just off the cuff here in the city, so don't know whether I'll post it or not, but we can just have a look at that. One of the nice, beautiful old historic buildings here of Sydney. Ionic style. You can see like the Ionic colonnades there. Got these various panels, very similar to down at the Art Gallery building. And you've got the winged bulls, peacocks. Lions and hieroglyphs, which I have no idea. These are an extension. That's a Dixon wing. But we have these Ionic columns. They're more like a Roman style, so those volutes are little thingies that go out the side, little circular things. They sort of all at 45 degrees from the centre. That's more of a later Roman style of Ionic. But as we come around, I'm not sure what exhibits are on today. We'll have a look anyway, check out the building. We're on Macquarie Street, named after Governor Macquarie, which is a sort of important figure we'll see in a moment here. But here we come over in the Mitchell wing, and still it has those more of a Roman style Ionic, where the volutes are at 45 degrees from the centre. But here is Matthew Flinders. Now, if Flinders is familiar, well, he's one of the ancestors of Flinders Petrie, the famed Egyptologist. But what's important is that he did the first circumnavigation of Australia on the map that he made. He also named Australia. It was just called the New South Wales colony usually. And what's interesting on his map is that he used the Porterland style, but also the more modern style with longitude and latitude. And we see trim. That was his ship's cat and mouser. They used to get passports, the ship's cats, and they would have sign their names with a paw prints. We come around to the front and the older part, original part of the library, and here the style is, you'll see on the columns, so very good. So here we got more of a Roman style, so they're all 45 degrees from the centre. But then we'll come over to the main columns on the front of the building, and they have the Greek original style, the flattened Ionic, so those volutes, those swirls, they run parallel with each other. And clue there, so yeah, that's more the Ionic style, original Ionic style. And there's on the sides of them, you can see, well, there's a particular plant. Zoom in well. But speaking of that, here on these posts, you see that same particular plant. There they are again. Yeah, lovely old building. Botanical Gardens. Over there, a bit overcast. Nonetheless, and if we go in, there's a few really nice little details here on the inside of the building. Roman thing going on. be a bit quiet. Seem to be zooming. We have a cool old map on the floor, and I mentioned the borderland mapping, which is that type of style. We have those 32 rays pointed out from the outside. That's the standard older way of doing maps, and they crossed over, but in books lies the soul of the whole past time, the articulate, audible voice of a past when the body and material substance of it has altogether vanished like a dream. What's the really nice parts here? Look up, oh, look. These column capitals up there, it's just gorgeous. Give you a sneak peek into the reading room. I guess that's Tasman's map. I'm not sure if it's the same family who did the, oh anyway, that's a separate topic. Close-up of these column capitals, and you just see the skill of the old masons, artisans, and just how people who are masters of their craft, the level of skill and beauty that they can do. Have a look at these. Yeah, Corinthian column capitals, and well, acanthus. And just look at this. Tasman map. Alright, is it? Let's see what exhibits they got going. Oh, that's right, the 400-year Shakespeare Exhibit, the portfolio, folios. Ever since high school kids have been tortured by this bastard. Well, last time I was here, they had an exhibit where they had the original Utopia manuscript platform, and yeah, Utopia included slaves. So. There's the old bard. And could deck him one for all the high school kids who had to suffer. Yeah.
Caesar, not to praise him. The evil that men do lives after them. The good is oft interred with their bones. So let it be with Caesar. The noble Brutus, and told you Caesar was So, with a grievous fault, and grievously hath Caesar answered.
You made everything up. Matchsticks back then. Remember?
But Brutus says he was ambitious, and Brutus is a honourable man. He hath not been captives home to Rome, whose ransoms in general cost. Caesar is ambitious. Men of war have cried, Caesar hath wept. Ambition should be made of stern stuff. Brutus says he was ambitious. Behold it seated on the Lupercal, I thrice presented him a kingly crown, which he did thrice refuse. Was this ambition? Brutus says it was
Don't really suit themselves to a YouTube video, but nice old books.
not to disprove what
Maybe a couple other exhibits as while I'm here. I'll wander around. You can all go online for have a look at the more detailed stuff if this is what floats your boat. I love the old books, but high school, oh God, I've suffered enough. Broken wheels and travels, initials in the tree. Don't be so reckless. Ah, lovely portraits. We'll come back. Okay, there you go. Now. Okay, John and Elizabeth MacArthur. A lot of people think Elizabeth streets, which are everywhere, are named after Elizabeth MacArthur, but they're actually named after Elizabeth Macquarie. That's Governor Macquarie there, 5th governor of the colonies. He replaced William Bligh, captain. That's Bligh there, isn't it? I don't know. But he replaced William Bligh, Mutiny on the Bounty, and William Bligh got kicked off his ship and then he got overthrown in the Rum Rebellion. Poor fella copped it twice. Okay. Yeah, but Macquarie there, Lachlan Macquarie, very, very interesting character. He got called back to England because he was spending too much money building a nation rather than managing a penal colony. Right. What have we got here? The old portraits. Looks like that's Mad Mickelson. Oh God, these days you can throw a turd at a canvas and they call you a master. Birdman. Man of my own heart. Yeah, look what's on the other side. It's another collection they got here just of eclectic bits and pieces from the library. And okay. It's taken from Sydney Observatory Hill, I believe. Okay, this is the random collection. Beautiful. That's the GPO building. Anzac Memorial. So, here's one more collection, the Rhodius one. Here's Charles Rhodius. Not sure if he's the guy, but there was sort of an interesting, the very old landscapes of when they first came here. You see that the wild bush is actually much more manicured, and what we now think the wilderness has grown. So I heard a old Indigenous lady was talking about it and said that the land's gone wild. They used to have a lot more grassland. So when they were first here, they were able to go through the bush quite comfortably riding in a carriage. And what would happen with the natives would engineer the landscapes. There was a lot more grassland, and they would use that as a burn the grass, encourage new growth, and then the wildlife, the kangaroos, would come, and then they could herd them down and hunt them very easily. And I think that's why we've got a lot of wildfires. Same in the old country where my mum comes from. They really went out and cleaned up the bush, picked up all of the firewood, used that in their homes. The sheep, and sorry, not the sheep, but the goats and animals would graze and keep the grass down. And well, modern problems, but that's probably a bit controversial. All right, there's a State Library from the outside. I just wanted to really show you that those columns, they're just beautiful. All right, let's do it out.